Hey, good morning. Yeah, we've been off to this mild start with our low temperatures starting out in the upper 60s, low 70s. Today, not quite as warm as high temperatures will mainly stay in the mid to upper 80s. But we still have that humidity. And once again today, another round of storms coming by this afternoon and evening. Biggest risk here is going to be the potential for some downpours. We look at our current temperatures. We're already making our way through the 80s. 82 currently in Boston, 76 though still in Worcester. And how about those dew points? We're still right near that 70-degree range, so that's that tropical feel, and there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. The reason being we have that risk for some downpours later on. Not a whole lot of wind that's out there right now, and as we go through our future forecast for temperatures, we're near 80 by noon, and by this afternoon, there's your high temperatures ranging in the mid to upper 80s inland, closer to 80 degrees across the Cape. Right now, it's pretty quiet. We're just waking up to a lot of cloud cover, but across New York State, there's an area of low pressure and a front that's going to continue to make its way eastward, help to trigger some showers and storms by this afternoon. So here you see by 3 p.m. the greatest chance for some storms likely favors the eastern side of Massachusetts and also across southeast Mass. So we'll talk more about the timing and the impacts ahead. Hey, it's dry out there now, but we'll be tracking storms again this afternoon and evening. I'll walk you through the timing and the impact coming up for this weekend. Now today it's warm and still humid, but we will have to watch for some storms, and as we go through the rest of the work week, then your nice weather is really going to get ushered in and heading into the start of the weekend. Radar and satellite still pretty quiet out there, just a lot of cloud cover, but we do have an isolated shower that's been blossoming across the south coast. I want to zoom you out for a wide picture, and you can see across far northern New England there's more numerous showers and storms. This is closer to a front, and it's this front that's going to continue to slide southeast, and that's going to trigger some showers and storms for us as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. You can see on the other side of that front where there's a little bit more in the way of comfortable air. Dew points aren't quite as high, so that'll be coming in for tomorrow. But right now, those dew points are still in that tropical range. We're flirting with that tropical air mass with dew points in the upper 60s to the low 70s. And if you've been outside, you certainly have felt it. Now, because we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, there is a risk for flash flooding for today. You can see it highlighted by the Weather Prediction Center below. And you can see eastern Mass into the southeast Mass area. That's where we have the greatest risk that if you get under one of these storms, there could be some torrential downpours that could lead to excessive rainfall, similar to yesterday where we had some towns that picked up 2 or more inches of rainfall. It's pretty hit or miss once again for us today. So we look at future forecasts. I think once we get to about 2 o'clock or so, that's when we start to see some of these showers and storms start to bubble up. Again, pay attention to where this really sets up closer to eastern Mass. And yesterday, this model had a pretty good handle on what ended up happening. So I anticipate this is what's going to happen again this afternoon. Here's by 4 o'clock. There you see those showers and storms still closer to the coast and down across southeast Mass. As this front continues to slide down to the southeast, there you can see that threat for showers and storms by this evening is favoring areas across southeast Mass. Once we get to 9, 10 o'clock, that threat is going to dissipate, and then we have some much nicer air that starts to work in behind that front. Our current temperature is warm out there. A lot of us in the low 80s, currently 83 in Boston, 80 in Worcester. Temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s across the Cape and the islands. Not a whole lot of wind out there, and that's going to be the case throughout the rest of today. High temperatures continue a gradual climb as we make it into the mid to upper 80s inland and closer to that 80-degree mark across the Cape. Overnight, temperatures start to tumble into the 60s. A lot of us in the mid 60s for Metro West, but here's the thing, that wind's going to shift and become more northerly. That's going to allow our dew points to drop, so it won't feel as humid out the gate tomorrow morning. We'll get clouds mixed with some sunshine for tomorrow, and temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s, low 80s, so a little bit closer to average for us tomorrow. And you will have a northeast breeze that could be a bit busy at times. So along the coast, I think that's where temperatures are mainly going to stay into the mid to upper 70s. Your dew point trend, though, one we like to see. Dew points falling tomorrow in that comfortable, more so pleasant range by Saturday, and then increasing again on Sunday. So high temperature for Saturday, mid 80s, and then we boost you back up with temperatures in the upper 80s near 90 degrees for Sunday. Next chance for storms arrives Sunday evening, but then look what's behind that come Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some nice weather, temperatures in the upper 70s.